Hey everyone, I am back with another product. Double Masters isn't even fully spoiled yet, and we are talking about Zendikar Rising now with a new type of booster, which is actually pretty sweet, to be fair. I mean, Wizards is just making that card go burr, just constantly printing out cards now. It's getting crazy, and here's another product for us to consider. Now, I will say historically, when Wizards of the Coast does something new, they tend to make it want to work. So, when the original Modern Masters came out, you name it, they generally end up working out pretty well. So, the collector boosters, we'll see. I'm actually pretty optimistic about this one, but let's jump in to this new thing. It's a set booster, and they've actually laid out the way that this is actually going to work. And it starts out with an art card. So you remember in Modern Horizons, they had those really cool art cards. I know a lot of people collected a full set of those. Didn't end up being worth very much. I thought it would possibly end up being like a $20 set if you got them all, but the market really hasn't supported that. I believe you can get sets pretty cheap at this point. They did improve these by allowing for some gold foiled signatures from the artists as well, so that could be pretty cool. And basically these are booster packs that are not intended for drafting. They're instead supposed to be fun to open. So the next thing we've got here is a land slot that is in this set going to be full art lands. It is Zendikar, so returning with the full art basics and a 15% chance of it being a foil. From there, it is connected commons and uncommons. And I guess there's a theme that they're going for here. You could end up with potentially 6 uncommons. It could be a split. I don't think you can get all commons. I think they said you at least get 1 uncommon. But in general, these cards will either share a creature type or have something connecting them, maybe a Planeswalker storyline. And this is something that I was talking about based off of the Richard Garfield game Keyforge. Is that game, I think competition always ends up being a good thing in the market. And even though that game doesn't really have much legs and has some kind of core problems with the lack of customization, you basically just buy a deck and play with it, which kind of goes against competitive nature. Usually people want to get the best deck possible, and it just kind of falls apart as the series continues. But it does have some followers, but it really innovated some new collation processes and also some ways of having every pack be unique. So I think we've learned from that, which is cool. Then we get into what they were calling the fireworks stage. This is starting out with a head turner slot, which they're saying is going to be a card that has some type of alternate art or showcase border, something that's really exciting, and then leads into the wild card rarity slot. So there's 2 different cards here that could possibly end up being 2 rares. That'll happen less than 2% of the time. But they gave the mix in the announcement, which I'll link to in the video description, where you can see how the numbers actually break down. But the idea being this is going to be possibly a couple of commons, possibly a couple of rares. It's something exciting to see. Then it's on to the rare and mythic slot. So you're of course guaranteed a rare or mythic. And then the foil slot, which can be any rarity. So you could actually get a mythic there as well. And then at the end, you've got a token about 25%. You've got a token or ad, but 25% of the time, it could be a card from what they are calling the list. So the cards they spoiled there were Pact of Negation, along with Muscle Sliver and some other things. These are going to be essentially reprints that look like the original, just like mystery boosters, where they get that little Planeswalker symbol in the bottom left-hand corner. So basically Mystery Booster 2.0 for 1 slot, and that is it. So quick breakdown. Let me know what you think in the comments of this new booster type. Are draft boosters dead? Do you even care about draft boosters if you're not drafting? These are made to be exciting. They're going to be slightly more expensive. I think they're going to come in at like a $5 price point, maybe $6, we'll see. But they are expecting them to be more expensive by a bit than draft boosters, but should be way more rewarding to open. And I think Magic players love value, so who knows? Maybe people will end up drafting these anyways, despite the best intentions of Wizards for them not to. I think if you only have a chance at one rare versus a whole bunch of rares, I don't know. I think Magic players might just want to take the gamble. And if they don't take drafting too seriously, why not? So give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts in the comments, and we'll, I guess, talk about this a little bit. But we'll get back to the double masters stuff real soon as well. Man, they are just making that printer go burr 24/7 here. Peace.